Hello and welcome to this fifth session of this edit mode chapter, and in this session we are going to explore the knife tool and the spin tool. We are going to explore it by creating a knife like logo. So to begin with, come into the Blender and you have this default cube. I will select this default cube, press numpad 1 to come into the front view, and now I will select this cube, press SZ, and along the Z I am going to scale it by 4 units and press enter. Now after this I will just tilt a little and I will press SY and I will scale it down to around 0.3 units, so that along the Y I have reduced the scale. Then I will press Ctrl A and I will apply the scale, so that if I press N, the scale is 111. Okay, so now I will press numpad 1, come into the front view, and now I am now going to create a sword type shape. Right now I will concentrate only on the left profile and we are going to then mirror it. So for this I will select this cube, press tab, and then in the vertex selection mode, see that this X-ray toggle is on. I will drag a box and select all the 4 vertices on the right hand. I will press numpad 1. Now I will come into the snapping and enable grid snapping, and then press GX, and if you press Ctrl, see it snaps to the grid. Press tab and come out of this. So I will press tab, come into my edit mode. We have the knife tool over here, and the keyboard shortcut for the knife tool is K. So I can either select the knife tool here or press K, and I am now going to start from this point. I am going to click one point, and as soon as I click, at the bottom you see a lot of options available, and in that one of the option is cut through. So I will press C now, and after I press C, I am going to bring this some point over here, okay, and I am going to click. Then I will add one more point here, one more here, one more here, one more here, and one more here. So I have created a profile of a sword, and I am going to press enter. Now I will come into the face selection, and now switch off this X-ray toggle, and then I will come into the selection tool, select this face, this face, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and also the top one. So I select all these faces, press X and delete the faces. So now if I press numpad 1 and come into the front view, I got a profile cut like this. Now similar to this, again I will press K into the knife tool, and I am going to click at this point. I am going to press C to enable cut through, and then press X to align it along the X axis. So I will bring it somewhere here, click it, press X twice to come out of that constraint. Then I am going to just create the handle of my sword like this. I create a shape, I will press enter, and then again in this selection tool, I will come back to selection tool, and in the face selection I select this face, and this face, press X and delete it. So now I have got this profile. I will come into the edge selection, with Alt pressed I will select this entire edge. You can see with Shift Alt pressed I will select the second edge here, and then I am going to come into edge and choose bridge edge loops. So now this has been bridged. You can see this. So similarly now I am using the edge tool, with Alt pressed I will click here to select this loop, with Shift Alt select this loop, and now again come to edge, bridge edge loops, and I got this structure like this. But now only thing is, this top portion of this knife should be short. So, for that I will select this one particular face that you have here, and then press X, Y, and along the Y axis I will scale it down, and here I am going to scale it down to 0.001. And now if I press tab, now we have created only one half of our knife. So, to create the other half, I will come into the modifier, and in the modifier I am going to add a modifier called as mirror. I will come to search and I am going to select this mirror, and I am 3 axes I have, X, Y and Z. So, in this I am going to select the X axis, and now you can see this has been precisely mirrored. I now have my approximate sword. Now, the next thing I want is, I will press 1 and come into the front view. Now, I am next going to show you the next tool, that is the spin tool. To show this spin tool, I will press tab and I will come into this spin, and in spin you have 3 options here, X, Y and Z. And whenever you are spinning, remember this axis or the place of your cursor is very important, because your face is going to get spin across the axis of your cursor. So, now as of now here I will choose the Y axis, and now if I just drag it, you can now see you are getting this structure. And now only thing here is, I will come into this mirror and I am going to enable clipping, and after I enable clipping, now I will, so that it stops here, it does not move into each other. So, I will move till here, and now if I press tab, I got a structure like this. So, this is how we make use of the spin tool. So, in this session we explore the knife tool to cut this profile, and we use the spin tool to create this circle. Now, in this circle, whatever circle we have created, now in this case I will press 1 and come into the front view. I will press tab now. So, now come over here, come to file, save as, and I am going to name this as 3_5, and here we have now created the sword logo. Save this as sword logo.